I hope you're having a really good weekend. And if you're not, then I'm here to tell you how you can have a really good weekend. So let us know where you're joining in the chat from today. I'm also going to try something very different. I'm going to try and make a coffee whilst I'm talking to you live. Cool. So it's the weekend, if you hadn't noticed. And on the weekend, and to be honest, even on a normal day, I like to make myself a proper coffee. And I like to do it with what they call mocha pot. That's it. That's a mocha pot. Anyway, right. I'm going to get on with it. So, it's the weekend, right? I've wrote notes, all right? So if I keep looking over here, there's a reason. Okay, so effectively, plan your time. Yeah, we might be like halfway through the weekend. Well, actually, we're not, depending on where you live anyway. But the fact is, there's still plenty of time, right? You've still got a whole day tomorrow, and you've still got the rest of today. So, what do you want to do? Okay, so first off, what do you want to do? Think about it. What do you want to achieve this weekend? Is there something you really want to get on with, or something you've been putting off, or things you think, do you know what, I should have a rest? Whatever you think, or family time is really important. Whatever you think you should be doing, you need to write it down. Because I'll tell you what, if you're not writing it down, it ain't going to get done. So, like I say, first thing, create a loose schedule of activities you want to do. And don't have too many. So if you want to have a great weekend, I would say probably stick to about 3 activities. By the way, I don't know if this chat's working. I believe it is. I hope it is. Feel free to say hello. Yeah? Say hello. Because I like company. And you audience are brilliant. So, if you've created that schedule, fab stuff, then get moving, right? Start your day. Or if you're starting your day or whether you're in the middle of the day, you want to get exercise. So move up and about. I've already been out today. So I went to a little, I help out at our local Salvation Army church. And what we did was we went to do some crafts, yeah? So kids crafts for all the kids there. I took my little girl as well. So multitasking, running crafts and taking my girl. And I'll tell you what, the powerful thing is, when you've walked there, yeah, you've walked back, and shortly I'm going back out again, you feel so much better. So have you been out today? Have you been exercising, getting fresh air? Because whether you feel like it or not, I've got 11 people joining us and I can't see anyone's comments. This is strange. If you are commenting, I can't see your comments. Let me know. Can somebody comment, please, so I know if this is working or not? So if you have not been out and about, you need to get out and about. Best thing to clear your mind, get focused on what you want to do, is to get moving. And whether that is literally a few times on the spot, that's better than nothing. But I advise getting outside into the real world and getting some fresh air. It's nothing quite like it. As I say, what I'm doing is I'm in the middle of making myself a coffee, so highly unprofessional, but there you go. Another thing you can do, to be fair, you can make coffee. Yeah, of a favourite brew, favourite little coffee or favourite tea or whatever. There is nothing quite like a bit of self-care to get yourself into the right mindset. Disconnect, right. Unplug from your work emails and social media and everything else that requires your attention during the week. This is the weekend. If you've reached the end of the week, stop trying to treat it like a week. The worst thing you can do is act like you're still in the week, because everybody needs a rest at times, I always say if God rested on the 7th day, I mean, how much more do we need to rest? So are you unplugging? Are you actually focusing on what matters? On your family? We rest? Or maybe chill out in the garden? Or, yeah, maybe you're being productive this weekend, which is great too. But really, the way I look at it, a weekend should be for doing something different. Right, I am absolutely making a mess of this coffee. Right, I've made... I'll tell you what I'm doing, right? I did something daft. I actually added coffee beans in with grinded coffee. And now I need to separate it. I don't know why I did that. I'm being daft. But there you go. So if you see me fiddling around, I'm being daft. I'm being real daft. Okay. Next one, reading time. So dive into a really good book or catch up with some articles you saved. For instance, we all go through like a week going finding internet interesting articles on the internet. And how often do you think, right, I'll save that, I'll read it later. My saved list on Facebook of articles that I mean to get on and read is huge. Hello, Life of the Connings. Hey, the chat is working then. I have coffee all over my hands. This is ridiculous. Hey, our motivation station. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. You were doing really good. Thank you very much. So I've totally messed up on the coffee. Right, I was just saying Life of the Connings, yeah. I've added coffee beans in with grounded coffee, and the problem is that I can't find my coffee grinder, so it's all just one big mush. This is ridiculous. This is so typical of me. Why did I not think about that? Okay. So yeah, a good book even, right? How nice is it to just have that opportunity where you just sit down, you don't have to worry about anything too strenuous, and you just catch up with some reading. And it's good traditional stuff there. There's nothing like reading a good book, good article. You're making coffee as well. Oh, yeah, do you know what? It is. It's perfect. Only problem is, nobody ruins a coffee like me. Yeah. I was just saying, I've literally added coffee beans into the grinded coffee, and that doesn't work very well. Because I'm trying to make a coffee, right? And I can't find my coffee grinder. So now I've got to extract the beans from here. This is ridiculous. A next one you can do. Try something new. When was the last time you experimented with a new recipe, craft, or a DIY project? There's so many things that you can get stuck into. Only this morning, like I was saying earlier, I took my little girl to Messy Church, which is what they call it. So we learn a few little Bible stories, a bit of craft and stuff. It's brilliant. Beautiful time up there. And yeah, and she got decorating some like Easter egg crafts and stuff, because we're in Easter, well, we're nearly in Easter, aren't we? 6 kids, you don't have time to read it. That's true. Of course not. But could they read you a book? Could you encourage group reading? I'll tell you what, Kerry last night, she read a book to a group chat that I'm on. So just a small like group of friends. And it was really good because I considered it like an online book club. And I was sat there listening to it, but I was nearly falling asleep. Not because it was boring, but because I was tired. So reading a good book is really good. But yeah. I mean, there's always something different you can try on a weekend, isn't there? Quality time. Spend some quality time with loved ones, whether it's for a large meal, for a meal together or a movie night, for instance. I mean, yeah, watching a movie is such a lovely way to bond. And how nice is it if someone's made the food? We've ordered a pizza in, or something like that. You know, ordering food in, it's beautiful. Don't do it much. We normally eat very healthy, but on the odd occasion, it is nice to treat yourself, isn't it? Life of the Conning Thirds, Easter craft super fun. Yeah, they really are. They're brilliant. She's super amazing. Oh, you're so cool. I love you, Life of Connings. We think you're fantastic. Me and Kerry both do. Thank you very much. You are our top fan. Honestly, we would say that. So are you spending time with your loved ones? Are you actually maximising that? Like I say, I was earlier. I've just popped back for a break in between because I kind of left my keys for work. So I came back, ended up grabbing a quick shower, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to go live for a bit. Hello, Elwold. Nice to meet you. Hope you're doing good. How is everybody's weekend going? Hope you're having a really good weekend. You're truly so sweet. But love being a top fan. All we can do is stick to it. I totally agree. Me and Kerry always say it's like, the Life of the Connings, like one of our top fans. Yeah. So do take it as a compliment. Yeah. This is just ridiculous. How ridiculous is this? I have made making a coffee into a terrifically awful thing here. This is just ridiculous. I'm normally a coffee connoisseur. Now, today I'm a coffee mess it upper. You could go on an outdoor adventure. Go for a hike, bike ride, or just enjoy the nature in the local park. I mean, what do you have on your doorstep? A lot of times we don't realise what we've got around us. You know, we've got some really beautiful areas in our location, and I think pretty much everybody does. Even if that's literally just walking through a little forest or whatever, you know. You love my shirt. Ah, thanks, Daisy. Shall I tell you a secret? This is Kerry's shirt. I couldn't find one for myself. Well, jacket or whatever you want to call it. I'm really glad you like it. I think it suits me. I do. Let's have a look. Ewald says good. Okay, Ewald, I can't quite read your language. No offence to you. I only know English. We play you guys every morning. Oh, Life of the Connings. Yay! That is so helpful. Well, I'll tell you what. We're actually trying to boost our watch time up at the moment, so we can get back to monetization. So actually watching it, that's so appreciated. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Are you a Stitch fan, Daisy? Are you? Hey, we all are. Oh, who doesn't love Stitch? Hold on. Sorry, give me a minute. Oh, sorry about that. What I'm doing is putting my coffee on here. So it's a strange little machine. Who's ever heard of a mocha pot? You ever heard of one? It's got clutter everywhere as well. It's ridiculous. So I put it on there. It brews up and it comes out the spout at the top. Beautiful little machine. Anyway, what was I saying? Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your lovely comments coming in. Really appreciate it. Why don't you cook or bake? Cook a meal for yourself or for your family, friends. You know, just get creative. There's so many things you can experiment with. Even actually, you ever try just like throwing a bit of extra different flavour on? Like, I mean, the amount of flavours that we have in our cupboards is ridiculous. You know, we've got. Sometimes if you don't even cook anything different, you can add a bit of different spices to it. This is how you can make meals different, right? Anything like that. It's just about getting experimental, really. Mindfulness practice, so practice meditation, deep breathing, relaxing. You know, it's just really about sort of, I don't know, maybe not mindfulness such, but more just like being present in the moment. I think that's really important. We live in a really distracted world. And the other day I went into the supermarket whilst I was waiting for Kerry to shop. And I thought, you know, rather than scrolling from my phone, I'm just going to sit here and practice being in the moment. And that really helped. Daisy says, you should see my room. What are you making? Ah, I'm making a coffee. That's what I'm making. And on the stove I'm making it. Ewald, I just can't understand what you're saying. I appreciate you commenting though. If you're able to say it in English writing, I can read it. Artistic expression, right? Paint. When was the last time you painted or drew? No. Right, wrote. Oh gosh, wrote. I think. Or engaged in any kind of creative activity that you enjoy. When's the last time you actually really sort of got into that? Write stuff down, make a bit of a poem. I've got a friend called Rich who loves writing poems. Yeah, or did painting. Like I say, we did loads of painting and crafts at church this morning, and that was so much fun. Just brilliant. But I don't know. Sometimes I think you've kind of got to be in the mood for it, but other times I think actually you get in the mood by just getting on with it. You know, you need money, do you, Harold? Oh no. Well, what can you do for money? Can you do some car washing for somebody, maybe? What can you do for a bit of quick money? Don't know. Litter picking? Do you? I don't know. Ask a neighbour. Ask a neighbour what jobs they need doing. They might just pay you. Life of the Conning says that would be super fun. The fire department is hosting an Easter egg hunt for the kids. Wow, that sounds amazing. Oh, it sounds really cool down there. I like the sound of that. Explore local culture. Visit a museum, art gallery, or some kind of cultural event in your area, which is very similar to what Life of the Connings just said about there's an event going on locally where she lives. That sounds amazing. It's really good, especially when you can kind of get into an Easter theme. Oh, Harold, I don't have money to give away, mate. But, like I say, go and ask a neighbour what jobs they need doing. You never know. maybe wash the car or something, feed the cat, look after the dog. I don't know, there's so many different things you can do to earn a bit of money. So yeah, as Easter comes around, see what's going on in your local town. There may be some amazing events in your local town this weekend. You just don't know. And if you don't know, either inquire online, maybe on Facebook, on a local Facebook group. Oh, old, what are you like? You're joking with me, are you? Oh, my coffee's ready. Hold on. So what it does, right, is it comes out the funnel out here. Oh, there you go. Right like that. Right like that. And I put it in my flask. And that is how I make a mocha pot coffee. Yeah, inquire on, like, there's different groups on Facebook usually for like your local town. And quite often I quite often do this, post events or look for events in my local town. People will post what's going on. And if you still don't know, inquire in your local town council. There's bound to be tons of things going on. Life of the Connings, it's for public and free. Oh my golly, free. For the families around, but we always donate to apartments. Good for you. Really nice to donate. It's a good attitude. I think it's good when you gain something from somewhere. So you want to donate, you know, ice cream van, okay. You don't donate just because you feel like you have to. You donate because you want to, you know. And there we go. That's if I make a coffee. Home spa day, right? Treat yourself to a spa day, basically, that you've made yourself. With like DIY, facials, baths, relaxation of type things. So, you know, you can sort of lose my place there. Where am I going? Yeah. Put some bath bombs out, you know, really treat yourself. I think a lot of us don't give ourselves enough self-care. I'm trying to hold my phone up. Oh, hey, we're there. A lot of us don't sort of care for ourselves as much as we should. It's good to care for other people, but we also should care for ourselves as well. You can apply a face mask, or sort of, I don't know, candles. Anything that's just going to make yourself feel a bit more relaxed. A foot scrub or something. There's tons of things. Hold on. You can start investigating, experimenting with. Sorry, it's me talking and being distracted, isn't it? Decluttering, right? Tackle a small organisation project or declutter a part of your home. Something you will try today. Brilliant, Life of the Connings. I like it. Hey, this is what it's all about. Inspiring each other, isn't it? So you could have, maybe you've got like an online project that you need to declutter or sort out, right? I find digital decluttering is actually sometimes even much more harder, actually, sometimes, than doing physical decluttering, you know? Yeah, spring cleaning, that's right. So you know, you're going through your files, going through your photos, duplicate photos and stuff like that. You can really find that actually you get so cluttered up by it all that it just weighs you down in the end. You've got folders holding folders and all that jasmine. Hold on. Sorry. I'm unprofessional. Limit your screen time. Digital detox, right? Enjoy real life interactions. So, like I was saying earlier. Hold on. If you're wondering what that noise is. Right. Like I was saying earlier, just try and come away from screens sometimes, especially I like to do it on a Sunday especially. You know, we try and respect Sunday and keep the Sabbath holy and all that. We go to church and, yeah, I don't know, just have a bit of family time together. So if you can put your screens down, it's good for you. Really good, especially just once a week if that's all you can do. Old, stop it. Thank you. Stop it. Volunteer. Give back to your community by volunteering for a cause. What can you volunteer at then? You could volunteer at a charity shop, or I don't know, local homeless organisation, or I don't know, there's tons of different things, isn't there? Like what I was saying this morning, you can help out a little kids craft thing. Yeah, wow, indeed. Thank you for retracting your message. I did read it. You. Yeah, just really get stuck in. There's gardening projects you can actually get involved in too. Day trip. Explore a nearby town, beach or attraction for a mini adventure. Now I'll tell you what, if I tried to go to the beach at this time of year, it would be an incredibly bizarre experience because it's so cold here. We love you too, Harold. Thank you very much. It's so cold here and windy-ish and rainy. That is not a good beach experience, is it? No. But you could explore, if it's bad weather for that, you could explore like a little village nearby. We've got some really beautiful little villages around here. And all it takes is you to get a bit creative. Or a local town. There's a really nice town that we've got nearby us. And we go there on a regular basis to go and just do a bit of shopping. You know, just take our little girl out, have a little wander the streets. Another idea you can do is listen to music. Create a playlist of your favourite tunes and relax to it. You can put your headphones in, or after a while, if it gets a bit frustrating, you can just like put on a speaker. Yeah, zone out. I find if I listen to a song and I sing the lyrics out, I feel like relaxed. I feel zoned into the mood. So just take a bit of time out for yourself this weekend, if you get the opportunity, to put your feet up, put your favourite music on, and zone into a different atmosphere. Why are you sad, Harold? What's going on? What's up? Learn something new. You can take an online course or watch educational videos on a topic you're really interested in. Because weekends are the perfect time to kind of advance what you're interested in, you know? I tend to find weekends are the time where I don't really work on tasks so much, but I might do a kind of different task away from my usual routine. So what could you learn? What could you focus on? Give me 1 minute. Hold on. Oh, my man. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, learn something new. Or gardening. Get out into your garden. Spend some time in your garden, planting, weeding, or just enjoying the great outdoors. It might not be too warm, or it might be, but if it's not, do you know, I still find that just as fresh to get outside and enjoy the nice fresh air. I mean, come on, like, you know, even if you don't have a garden, you still go for a walk in the garden, in nature, don't you? Visit a farmer's market. Now this is nice because you're supporting like local farmers. You can explore local produce, crafts and treats at a nearby market. I think it'd be really nice to support what's going on locally, because a lot of the time, you know, we buy from big stores and all that, but it's really nice to support what's on your doorstep, innit? Support local farmers, go and have a little look at their produce, and when you do, you might see some very interesting things, you know? You might even see some animals or stuff like that. My little girl loves going and visit sheep and cows and all that sort of thing. Thank you to whoever's leaving hearts, by the way. Really appreciate it. Doesn't tell me who, but I can see the hearts. Ooh, that's good. That's better. Okay. Why don't you do a boards game or puzzles night? So, when Saturday night does come around, have a good fun game with some family or friends. You can invite people over, or if they live with you, easier. But either way, right, prepare some board games. I tend to find if you just invite people over, after a while, conversation sort of gets a bit old, doesn't it? So why don't you just do a board game? Monopoly, Scrabble, whatever. There's tons of options out there. And just invite people around, have a bit of fun. You don't have to do it for money. And technically you can if you want to, but you don't have to do it for money. Just do it for a bit of fun. the conversations that you have when you're just having fun is much more natural, I find, than trying to have conversations for the sake of it. That's what I usually find anyway. When you explore a new neighbourhood, just take a leisurely walk or a bike ride in a different area. Don't have to go far, but it's quite interesting just see what different houses there are. If I look around, go for a little bike ride or whatever, the amount of new houses that I find being put up on a regular basis is crazy. Good or bad, it's up to you to interpret that. But I do find it interesting. I do find it fascinating. Just to have a little look and think, oh, it's where people live. I'm not saying I look for people's windows, but I'm saying I do quite like to find it fascinating to like look at different streets and think, okay, I wonder what might be like to live into this street and all that, And similarly, if you've got a kid, you could actually go finding different parks. We've often found like hidden parks and little gems and stuff that we can look around. Really interesting stuff, and it's usually on your doorstep too. You could plan a picnic, right? Take a picnic basket, enjoy a meal in a scenic spot. Could be the park, could be, I don't know, it could be town, like the town bridge, looking over the ducks or whatever. So nice to just do a traditional picnic. I mean, a lot of people don't really think about that these days. We just like find even a bit of grass somewhere, grab a picnic, sit down, enjoy nature. And I don't know what it is, but something about nature, getting the fresh air in, you just come back feeling so much better. So much better. Photography, yeah? Capture your moments of your weekend with your phone or your camera. Sort of like that's one you do whilst doing the other ones, but it's quite nice to actually just like take photos of things you get up to, because what you feel like might be quite a small thing or not really that significant, actually when you look back at it and you add up all the photos of what you've been doing over that month or that year or all that, it becomes quite a big thing. You think, actually, I have spent my time wisely. Because I find if you don't document things, you kind of forget, and quite often you feel guilty, like, oh, I ain't done enough this weekend or whatever. But making notes of them, or even just writing down, like diary entry your time, really, you'll look back and realise that you've done more than you realise. Plan a future trip. Weekends are a great opportunity to start researching and planning for future vacations or getaways. You can plan your holidays coming up. We've got a holiday coming up soon, which will be really nice next month. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah. What don't you look if there's towns that you might want to visit which are in the country, or maybe even not in the country. If you're feeling adventurous, you could take a flight away. Some flights are really cheap, so weekends are a great time to look if there's any last minute deals or future deals or whatever coming up. Watch a movie marathon. Oh, now this is for the person who feels like they've done enough in their week, their time. They've got the opportunity. It's time for them to come and sit down and just relax. So have a movie day, either on your own or with someone you love, with a series or a genre you love. Now, if I'm getting stuck into something, and I don't really tend to watch much TV, to be honest, but if I do, I like a good series. Yeah. Something I can get stuck into. I often find, I don't know about you, but the problem with watching a film is that when it's over, it's just over, innit? You can't do much about it. I want to watch the next part, but I can't. I get so into it, I'm like, oh, it's so good. I know it's gone. With a series, I can feel like at least comfort myself that it could return, Coffee or tea time, relax with a warm drink at a cozy cafe or at home. Bonding with somebody that you get on with, your friend or your loved one or whatever. Isn't it lovely to just have that opportunity to just like come away from the world, especially when you go into a cafe? Yeah, I think Kerry and Vanessa, Vanessa's my little girl, I believe they're at a cafe at the moment, so they're having a nice little bit of chill time together. And what I like to do is I like to take my little girl quite often. We go down to like Costa or something, take a magazine or a colouring book or whatever like that, and we bond over it. So, we'd talk about what's in our book, we read it together. I just find a different environment really helps you to kind of get on in a different way. So change your environment like that. It's brilliant, especially over a nice hot drink. Connect with friends. All right, so you can arrange a virtual hangout or a phone call. Oh, sorry, I got a phone call. Sorry. Or meet up. You know, just meet up with a friend if you can't. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. Sorry. What was I saying? Right. You can arrange to meet up with somebody properly, face to face, quick chat. Or why don't you do it online if they live somewhere far away or you can't meet them for some reason? Sorry about this, peeps. So unprofessional. Right? Kerry keeps texting me and calling me. Oh, no, she doesn't need to pick up. Sorry. Okay. Do you see how distracting it can be to get distractions? This is why I say you must come away from your online world sometimes, because having constant distractions is that actually I don't believe we're meant to live that way. Constant distractions are really kind of like something that takes you right away from what you're doing. And now, see, I can't even think what I'm on about. So there you go. Point proven. Journaling. So reflect on your week, set goals, or simply jot down your thoughts. The power of writing things down, just getting things out of your head and onto paper or onto your phone or digital, whatever, is so powerful. Weekends are such a good opportunity to offload all those thoughts. What you think might just be nothing, or that doesn't matter, that's not important. Actually, if it's on your mind, it's important. You might have thoughts, worries, or plans, or things you're interested in doing, and it might all just be bubbling away in your head. And yet, what's it doing in there? I'll tell you what it's doing. It's taking up precious memory space. Your mind is like a computer, right? So if you're holding on to different thoughts, you're holding on to plans and fears and excitements or whatever, that is all in your head. And it's all taking up creative space. So just like a computer, you're using up your RAM. Instead of RAM, virtual, whatever it is called, stands for memory. It's taking up real memory in your head. Use this weekend as an opportunity to just write down everything that's on your mind. Get it all out, and I mean literally anything that's on your mind, whatever you're thinking, just write it all out. That has been one of the most transforming things for me in my life. That's got me organised, it's got me de-stressed. Now every time I start thinking, oh, must do that, if I don't write it down, I forget, and then my mind stresses that I forgot. So there you go. So, rest and relaxation. Allow yourself some downtime, just for naps or for lounging or for simply doing nothing. How cool is it to think, I don't have to do anything. And do you know what? It's true. Sometimes you don't have to do anything. We are so fixated in this society on doing things, you know? We're all about doing this, doing that, or if we're not doing something, we need to be planning something. But you know what? Just like closing your eyes and physically doing nothing like that, right? Just for 10 seconds. Right, why don't we try it? Yeah, right now. 10 seconds, yeah? Close your eyes, try and think of nothing. Yeah, hold on. Now. Good, right? Wasn't that good? Yeah. It is good. It's powerful. Ridding your mind after writing it all down of thinking and giving yourself permission to like not do anything, just focus on your breathing, is a powerful way to spend your weekend. And I'll tell you what, you'll go back on Monday morning, back to your work or back to routine or whatever, and you will feel so much better because you've given yourself a chance to come away from it all. It's like turning your computer off. Another computer analogy. If your computer's left constantly on, right, it's going to overheat and it's not going to work. And eventually, it won't turn on. But if you turn it off, like it's right now, and then you turn it on, it works, doesn't it? Do you get my point though, yeah? If you're constantly working, how old? I hope you're okay. You sound really stressed. You can, if you want, you can always leave us a comment on one of our videos, like our latest video about not moving enough. You can comment on there and we can have a chat in the comments if you want. Hope you're okay. All right. What was I saying again? Yeah, computer. Right. Turn your computer off. You turn your mind off for a bit. You go so much better, and you'll find your week. Next week will go fantastically because you've given yourself an opportunity to come away from the world. So, what are you up to this weekend? Or should I say, after you listen to the video, what are you up to this weekend? Has your thoughts changed? Has your plans changed? Or not? I'm about to go into work shortly, but I've given myself quite a nice opportunity to come away from it. And I think the important thing is that sometimes people feel like we've not got enough time to do any of the things that I've just mentioned. But actually, you do, because even if that's just like half an hour or an hour or whatever, you'd be surprised what you can do in that time. You don't have to have the entire weekend doing one thing. You could, be great if you could. But it's not always reality, is it? So you can decide what time you do have and donate that time into something meaningful. There's just so many different ways you can play it. So yeah, let me know what you're doing this weekend. Write in the comments. If you're watching after this live video is finished, write it in the comments below. And you know what? I've got to go to work. I'm gonna go. So I hope you have an amazing day. And remember, God loves you and he always will. Nothing you can do could ever stop him from loving you, you know? And that is something that keeps me going when I feel like a failure. Because I think we all do, don't we, at times? Right. I'll see you soon, all right? Bye.